Welcome back, children. Welcome back to Refresh Concepts with me, Dinesh Modi. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to solve quadratic equation by another way. And what is that way? By using formula. So, solving quadratic equation by formula method. In one of the videos, I have proved how this particular formula has been derived. So, let's once again by heart the formula, or rather refresh our formula. What is the formula we are going to use? Formula is x is equals to minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. What's the formula? X is equals to minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So how we do a particular sum based on formula method? Let's start. Children, just keep this much in mind, that whenever a particular sum is being given to us and it is being said that you are supposed to solve it by a formula method, then we always first try to compare with the standard equation and get the values of a, b and c. It's only after that we can use the formula, not before that. So come what may, the very first thing is what our question should be in standard form. Moreover, once we get the question in the standard form, then we are supposed to find a, b and c. Let's see how we do this particular one. 2x square plus 5x plus 1 equals to 0. So we first say comparing with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. When I compare our equation with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, what values will I get for a, b and c? A is going to be 2. My b is going to be plus 5, or simply I'll write down 5, and my c is going to be plus 1, or simply 1. When I compare the above equation with the standard form, I get values of a, b and c as 2, 5 and 1 respectively. Thereafter, we always find out the value of b square minus 4ac. So we say now, what is b square minus 4ac? I hope you know this. We have done this earlier. Nature of the roots, if you can recollect. Yes, b square minus 4ac if greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0, less than 0. Did we? That's the same thing we are going to do over here. We first find out discriminant. Absolutely. B square minus 4ac is what we find out the value as. So what is b square? It's 5 square minus 4 into, what is a? 2. What is c? 1. 25, which is 5 square, minus 4 2s are 8, 1s are 8. 25 minus 8 is 17. So what value am I having for b square minus 4ac? My b square minus 4ac turns out to be 17. Now children, I'll just inform you right now that if and only if we have positive value or equal to 0, we shall proceed further. Say for instance, we are not having those values here, but say for instance, if we have some negative value of b square minus 4ac, then as we have done earlier, the roots are not real and hence we do not consider it. So for we to proceed for formula method, our b square minus 4ac has to be a positive number if not equal to 0. It can be 0 or it has to be greater than 0, but less than 0 we will not be able to get any real roots. The roots are going to be imaginary. So since here it is positive, we will apply the formula. So we shall now write down using the formula. What is x? X is equals to minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. X is equals to minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Let's substitute all those formulas. We get x equals to minus b. Now my b is 5, so I'll write down minus 5 plus or minus root 17. B square minus 4ac is what I got it as 17. So root under root of 17 upon 2 into a, and my a is 2. So upon 2a, which is 4, which we are going to write down further. So x is equals to minus 5 plus or minus root 17 by 4. I hope children you all are understanding. We simply first found out the values of a, b and c. Thereafter, we went with b square minus 4ac as the formula demands. We got the value of b square minus 4ac is 17. As I said, we'll proceed further only and only if b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. We got it, it's greater than 0. Using the formula, we just substituted the values which were there and we got x as minus 5 plus or minus under root of 17 by 4. Now, we take this and write down the final answer as x is equals to minus 5 plus root 17 by 4, or x is equals to minus 5 minus root 17 by 4. We have x is equals to minus 5 plus or minus under root of 17 by 4. So plus or minus, we have taken plus separately and we have taken minus separately. Now children, there are many boards which will ask you people to give this as a final answer. Say for example, there are many state boards which will say this is what your final answer going to be. But there are some boards, say for example ICSC, may ask this particular question to a certain level. I shall make you understand what shall be the question also. So this is what will be one of the answer for many such boards. So I'll just box it out stating that this is one of the answer. If at all asked in this way, this is my answer. What could be the other answer? Then the question is going to be different. Now I shall give you the question also. I repeat, I reiterate that for certain boards, this is what the final answer will be. But if the question is something different, then our answer is also different. Now what is that? What is that? The question might be, so I'm just writing that extra question. Write down the value of x first, correct up to 2 decimal place. Write down the value of x correct up to 2 decimal place, or they may also ask you this question, write down correct up to 2 significant figures. Now children, in one of my videos I have made this understood to all my children that what exactly significant digits are. So I want you to once again refresh those things and then come along with this particular sum. Still, I'll make myself very much clear while making you understand both these sub-questions, if at all the question is in correct 2 significant figures. If such questions are there in some boards, then and then only we'll proceed further, and I'll continue my sum as x is equals to minus 5 plus root 17 by 4, or x is equals to minus 5 minus root 17 by 4. Now children, the very first thing is what we need to find out is, we need to find out the square root of 17. Now, whichever board asks you this particular question, in examination they will provide you log table, and from the log table you will be able to find out what are the square roots of the following numbers. So here what we want is, we want square root of 17. Now from the log table I have found out that square root of 17 is 4.123. So I'll just substitute the value. Again, I repeat, I said I never found out the square root of 17 by using method of division. We will be provided some kind of log table. From there, square root table or log table, from there is what we are going to get the values. So x is equals to minus 5 plus 4.123 by 4, or x is equals to minus 5 minus 4.123 by 4. Now when I say this, x is equals to, it will be minus 0.877 by 4, or x is equals to minus 9.123 by 4. I hope my children knows addition subtraction very well. So this is how it went. Still we are going to divide it by 4. We are not done with this. So when we divide minus 0.877 by 4, I have done it. So I want you people also to do so. The answer so obtained is minus 0.21925. the answer so obtained is minus 0.21925. And over here, if I say when x is getting divided by, that is, I'm so sorry, when minus 9.123 divided by 4, when we actually do it, the answer so obtained is minus 2.28075. Minus 2.28075. So minus 0.877 by 4, the answer is minus 0.21925. That of minus 9.123 by 4, minus 2.28075. Now it's the time to answer your two questions. Correct up to 2 decimal places, correct up to 2 significant figures. Now children, I'll just show you both the things so you'll understand how we try and how we differentiate between significant figures and correct up to 2 decimal places. So let me say a very simple way to make you understand. In box is what I jot down. So this is my actual answer. This is my actual answer. This is my correct up to 2 decimal places. And this is my significant digits. So my actual answer is correct up to 2 decimal places and correct up to 2 significant numbers. Only to make you understand what's the difference, let's work out. So first I shall say where my actual answer was minus 0.21925 minus 0.21925. Now children, I want correct up to, mind you, I'll just write down over here correct up to. Correct up to 2 decimal places. Now whenever they give me correct up to 2 decimal places, I am going to look at the third decimal. If the third decimal is 5 or more than 5, I increment the previous decimal by 1. I said I'm going to look at the third decimal, means the number after decimal place or after decimal point. So if I see the third one over here is 1, 2 and 3. What is that number? The number is 9. Is 9 bigger than 5? Indeed yes. So my answer will be 0. I am going to increment, since it is more than 5, I am going to increment the previous one by 1. So answer is going to be minus 0.2, and since I increment the previous one by 1, I shall get answer as minus 0.22. Now if the same thing, if I say for significant figures, my first answer will be over here, it won't be any difference. Why? Because just ahead of decimal we have 0. So over here when I say 2 significant places or 2 significant figures, again I'm supposed to look at the third digit, mind you. I'm supposed to look at the third digit. I never said third digit after decimal. But over here, since before decimal we have 0, so this 0 is insignificant. And all these properties is what I have said in my significant video. So refreshing your concept once again, this 0 is insignificant. So my answer turns out to be over here also minus 0.22, as my third digit is 9, 5 or more than 5. Let me take the second value of x. Let me take the second value of x. This is your first answer. Let me take the second value of x. The second value of x says minus 2.28075. Now here you are going to find out the difference. What I'm talking about, you will find out the difference here. We'll say correct up to 2 decimal place. So once again children, I'm going to move on to the third decimal part. What part I'm going to move into? The third decimal part. So it's 1, 2, 3. The third decimal happens to be 0. So I'm not going to increase, since it is not less than or equal to, or rather it is less than 5, not more than 5. I'm not going to increase the previous one. So what shall be my answer? My answer shall be, again if you can tell me, my answer shall be minus 2.28 children. Minus 2.28. This is what it is going to be. But mind you, when it comes to 2 significant, over here just ahead of decimal we don't have 0, we have minus 2. Minus 2 is significant, children. We have to count that. So minus 2 is significant. And what I'm going to say, correct up to 2 significant figures. So I am going to look at the third digit. I'm not going to look at the third decimal. Understand my language. Earlier I said I'm going to look at the third decimal over here. And now I'm going to say I'm going to look at the third digit. So what is the third digit? 1, 2, 3. This is the third digit. And what is the third digit saying? The third digit is 8. Is it 5 or more than 5? It is indeed more than 5. So I'm going to increase the previous value by 1, and answer shall be minus 2.3, children. The first significant figure, the second significant figure. Unlike the first decimal, this is the first significant figure, this is the second significant figure. The difference over here is, here while calculating decimal, we will take the third decimal place. While calculating the significant figures, we will take the third position. I hope you have understood the difference between correct up to 2 decimal, correct up to 2 significant figures.